Good afternoon, all students. Last week we already enjoy and learn very interesting for the teacher's business of Shibori. This week we will go for the next topic for the Scraf business of Shibori dye. You can see on the slide presentation that the Scraf is very good item to create the pattern and running business, and you can create this Scraf along with dupatta together. But for my lecture I would like to share with you separately only Scraf design. That the last week, we already see variety of the teacher style to create the pattern. That for teachers, I already mentioned that you have already tailored them before you go into do a tie-dye or shibori. Scraf as well. You have to tailor them properly, and then after you create the pattern with the tie-dye or shibori, with the knotting, stitching, cam resist or tooth wrapping, any technique, the Scraf need to be already stitched and tailored. So it will be good finishing. Why we have to tailor in first? Because the yarn, the thread that you use for tailor, it have to dye as well, not only the fabric. So it will be harmonized to each other on the Scraf. See the first sample. You can realize and you can know and you can guess that what the technique for the first one. It will be what? It will be the cam resist with the square wooden. And the next is you have to fold, it means folding fabric, and then turn, twist the fabric, and then wrapping, and then dip on the color. You can get that effect. So if you difficult to think of, turn to see all video in the class, in the first one and for the last one, or the each technique that I already share you in detail. You can get how to do that. And next, for marketing, you have to let your customer see not only the portion that on the like on the body that you can use lap allow and you can cover like the jaw. So because this is a little big size, so the customer will see, oh, it can use variety style. So it will good for your customer to decide, oh, I'm willing to buy. So, and the pattern, you take a look, it's just stitch running all the line. So it's nice design. Next, this other that you can see, it's just the Arashi Shibori once, and another is just tie-dye basic one that is good effect. Simply line and the free form of the breezes is also make things interesting. And this I would like to just show you and keep the white space that you can recognize them very closely. This is the stitch dye. You can see when you stitch very detailed and you stitch lovely, you can see it make a different effect. Take a look. From that secret, that we understanding the factor how to create the pattern or how it can make a difference. You can see in detail. So it's create different form between the plain pattern like the stitch all together, like 1 centimeter, another 2 centimeter. Then you can create the different portion in different effect of dyeing. Next, this another that last one you create a different portion. This one just leave the space, and then you can get the like the coloring pattern. Like this is the cycle shape in blue, while the recess portion, the whole piece is in white and blue. Next, this is more simplicity, but it more hard work because they have to stitch too many. Take a look. So it many line. So probably this designer think that we will give very detail, very how to say many. They use very high labor cost for stitch, but people today, what they think, what they prefer. They probably don't think like us. You have to check with your customer. So anyway, it's quite nice photo. They will understand how it will be look like when it's wrapped on your body. This probably will turn around your neck. Then it will be like this. Next is also when you photograph your collection of the scarf, you have to think how to show your customer to understand what it will be beauty of your design. Another presentation is just turn the shoulder and hang its floor to the ground. That's the more normal. But to turn around and the top bird eye view is the special one. And next you can see some sample correction of dupatta, and this use very teeny, very fine silk and just simple pattern is you can see, you can recognize that is floor in the middle, and then four sides will be the same pattern because every portion is tied at the same portion and is open up. It will be get this pattern. Next, this more dark blue that you will see the running street that it run along the portion of the pattern. So you need to work with the artisan to stitch one by one to create the things together with you in cooperation. But if you compare with the more simple, more not how to say, not detailed, but it have something speak of this 21st century, that it will be good for you and your customer. This is another Indian designer correction that I would like to share because all students can see that it's already in trend in India. Not only bandhani technique, all of you also learn the Japanese shibori, and you already adopt and through create variety. This the last slide that I would like to share with you for the scarf. And anyway, I would like to let you see that the variety technique of Shibori is can use for create quite an endless pattern. You can create anything different, and if you note the factor or the how to make things in high quantity, like you can make is 2,000 pieces in similar. If you can train your artisan how they knotting, how they washing, how they wrapping, how they cleaning the piece, and then go to the correction set. That last week you get the t-shirts, this week you get the scarf pattern. I hope that everything will be fine with you, and try to apply variety technique, and anyway it depends on your style of your brand concept, that what are you going to create and to present of the Shibori or tie-dye technique in variety. I looking forward to see your correction, and I hope that not only is in the slide that you see is already available, but we are the newcomer, new generation, that you can create more and more better and better for your future and success on the business of scarf business of Shibori. And please spend your time after my lecture pass from academics part to guide you, and now it's time for you to turn to create your correction, that should use this week is scarf design. Last week is the t-shirts. So next week we will turn to observe about the business of the eco fashion, because most of Shibori will be suit for natural dye. It can use chemical as well, but the trend of the world is the eco fashion that I'm going to share with you. Thank you for your attention.